So let's complete our topic discussion today. Topic discussion. So 2 minutes. So in our training session, we will talk about VPN implementation is called site-to-site VPN and a remote access VPN. Next topic, next topic is called high availability. High availability. What is high availability? In in Fortinet firewall, you can say high availability. In Palo Alto, you can say high availability. In Cisco ASA firewall scenario, you can say failover concept. And in checkpoint, this is called clustering concept. Clustering. So what is high availability? For example, I have one FortiGate firewall device, and this firewall device is connected with LAN side portion. Okay, this side we have multiple computers, and this side we are using as a ISP side network. ISP side network. Into this design, everything is configured properly. Okay, we have IP address configuration on port number 2, IP address configuration on port number 3. Proper IP address configuration, for example, 192.168.10.1/24. This one, your public facing interface, so 99.99.99.10, for example. So we have proper configuration, IP address configuration, routing configuration, policy configuration, NAT configuration. You can say traffic is traveling. You can say traffic is traveling through the firewall device. Now into this design, we have single firewall box, everyone. Single firewall box. In case if this box goes down, then you will lose your connectivity. Your LAN user, they cannot go on internet site. In that case, what we can do, we can go with high availability concept. We can go for backup plan. We can go for high availability. We can add one more firewall device into this design. For example, this is firewall box 2. This is firewall box 1. And if you are adding firewall box 2 in your design, so we can change our topology. This is what a switch number 2. This is switch number 1. So this is ISP portion. And this side is your LAN side network. So second firewall box I'm using for high availability for failover configuration. If you talk about failover configuration or high availability, yes, we have two options. We have two options to configure in our training. The first one is active passive, and the second one is active implementation. Raheel, can you hear me? Raheel.
Hi, Mr. Jitu. Yeah, this is Muhammad Suhail with you.
Sohail. Okay, Sohail. Okay. Please turn off your mic. If you have any question, you can ask. Now, so for high availability, we have two options, active passive and active active. In between firewall box 1 and firewall box 2, we have a link is called failover link, or you can say high availability link. High availability link. Now, in case if you are working with active passive scenario, so in active passive scenario, one firewall is actively manage your traffic, while other device status is what? Passive firewall device, or you can say standby firewall device. Through this HA port, through this HA link, firewall box 1 is sending hello packet. Hello packet, you can say, or keep alive message, you can say. Firewall box 1 is sending hello packet. Firewall box 1 is saying, hello, I'm active. Hello, I'm active. So firewall box 2 status is what? Passive. Now, in case firewall box 1 is down, firewall box 1 is down. So firewall box 2 is what? Firewall box 2 is a copy of firewall box 1, everyone. We have same configuration. We have same interface configuration, policy configuration, routing configuration, NAT configuration. We have same configuration on firewall box 2. If firewall box 1 is not available, if firewall box 1 is down, then firewall box 2 will become active automatically. and we have the same configuration. So traffic is traveling via firewall box 2 automatically. This is called what? Active passive failure. Abdul, can you hear me? Abdul?
Yes, sir, I can.
Okay, okay. You are late here, okay? Please connect on time, okay? Please turn off your mic. If you have any question, you can unmute.
Okay, sir.
Now, so in active passive scenario, everyone, we can only utilize one firewall box. We can only utilize one firewall box. In case if you guys are working with Palo Alto scenario, in Palo Alto firewall, in Cisco FTD, in Cisco ASA, you can configure failover only in between two box, only in between two firewall devices. In Palo Alto, in FTD, in Cisco ASA. But in case if you are working with checkpoint firewall scenario and Fortinet firewall scenario, in Fortinet we can add 8 firewall device in high availability cluster. Ajit, clear my point?
Yes, clear.
Can add 8 firewall device in high availability cluster. 8 firewall device. Okay, one firewall box will act as an active box, and rest 7 firewall devices status is what? Passive. So in active passive scenario, everyone, you can only utilize one firewall box in your high availability cluster. Rest firewall device status is what? Passive. In case if you want to utilize all your firewall devices, for example, you want to utilize all your firewall device in your high availability cluster, then yes, you can go with active scenario. In active scenario, all the firewall devices we can use as a active firewall box. Active firewall box. We have load balancing technique. Okay, into the scenario, you can utilize all firewall device in your high availability cluster. So traffic is traveling via firewall box 1. Some traffic is traveling via firewall box 2. So you can utilize both the firewall device. What is the requirement to configure failover? What is the use of this HA interface? What is the troubleshooting scenario? We'll discuss in detail. What is the protocol to configure high availability in Fortinet? FGCP protocol. We'll discuss in detail this high availability. Only this topic will take minimum 2 to 3 hours. This is
One
our,
question, Mr. Jitu.
yes, Sohail.
Regarding you said that high availability. Okay, so that during an high availability, so can we configure either channel like the technology in between the
The channel.
non-Cisco either channel? It means
Each
like
is a different concept, Sohail. Okay, here I'm talking about only box level redundancy.
okay.
Okay, box level redundancy. It means if one box goes down, you can utilize second firewall device. Ether channel is a bundling technique.
Yes, so it is supports means like
See, for example, see, Ether channel I told you, let me use that. Ether channel we are only using to combine to aggregate multiple interfaces bandwidth, and we can
okay.
create a single logical port. We can create a single logical port. This is the concept. It is not related with high availability. Clear my point? Sohail, clear?
Hello.
Clear my point? You cannot use. If your question is related with HA, for example, high availability link, for example, if HA1 link goes down, then I need a backup link. So this is not for backup link.
Yes,
The channel or
understood.
port. It is not for backup link. In Ether channel, you are aggregating bandwidth. It's a separate concept, Sohail. Okay.
Yeah.
This
So
will
regarding this question, yeah, I understood. Now the question is regarding you said that here, like in Cisco, we have that like failure, like the LAN failure, as well as we have that two means like suppose sessions and how the synchronization will happen. It's like whenever once one the failure link goes down, like
Cisco ASA.
not means like no I'm what I mean to say that here like in Cisco FTD means like is controlled by managed with FMC in our scenario. I'm saying that here we
Okay.
have like a failover link state link and failover link, two links are there here. So
Yes,
one
you
like
you need
synchronization
you
like
need
it,
you need two separate link in FTD
yes,
scenario, but it's
yeah,
not mandatory. So
okay,
it's not mandatory.
understood. We
You
can do it in one, yeah, we can
can,
do it in
you
one
can
link
use a
also.
single
Yes.
interface for your both tasks. But
Yes, it can manage.
In Fortinet, you need single failover link. Single failover link for all your tasks.
Okay, means that session synchronization and everything will be done in
Session
single way.
synchronization, if you configure anything on Firewall box, all the configurations, session synchronization, these information will replicate through this high availability link. You need
Okay,
single failover. There's no two separate option. Yes, in
okay.
Cisco FTD, you can go with two separate interface. Yes, you are right. Even in Palo Alto firewall device, we have two separate link. This is the requirement of
Yes,
Palo Alto. Data link and control link. Do you know about this?
control it, yes. Yeah, yeah, because
But
I
I'm
work
not
in
talking about
Palo
FTD.
Alto.
Not talking about FTD. I'm not talking about Palo Alto. Here we need single failover link. Okay,
Okay.
clear
Do we
now?
have second option like whenever this link goes down? So do we have means
Yes, we
like
have a
any?
backup link. I will tell you in detail when we will discuss this topic, high availability.
Okay, okay,
I will discuss in detail. Okay,
okay.
you can
You
add
can
multiple
proceed.
backup link. Even you can add 8 backup link. I will tell you in our topic discussion. Okay.
Okay,
Right now, I'm giving you a basic idea. We have a failover concept.
okay.
Clear?
Understood. Understood. Clear.
Any other
Hello,
question?
sir. So in active, where is the failover?
Where is a failover?
Yeah, in active, if something goes wrong, if both are active, yeah. If one fails,
Abdul,
here,
Abdul, in
yeah,
active, we have a controller device. One device will act as a controller. Do you know about GLBP protocol?
yes. Oh,
What
okay.
how GLBP protocol will work? One router will act as a AVG, and
Oh,
same router will act as a AVF, and rest firewall devices they are acting as a AVF. So one router is AVG. What does AVG means? Active Virtual Gateway. One router is a controller. All the traffic will hit on controller device. Control will share the load on each firewall devices, on each router devices. Here we have same concept. One device will act as a controller. Clear?
okay.
But in GLBP, we have a separate configuration on each router, right?
Yes.
Separate configuration on each router, separate interface IP. But here we have same configuration on all firewall device.
Okay.
We'll discuss in detail. Sure, I will tell you. Okay. But clear this point, we have failover topic, high availability.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other question, everyone? Veera, any question, dear?
Yeah, regarding means like what I mean to say,
Mhm.
in like high availability for the failover links. So
Mhm.
is it possible to connect with the fiber also? Means like LAN fiber. Do we have any options like Ethernet cable
Uh,
supports?
so hey, it's just an interface. If you have a, if
Okay,
you do you think it's required in a because in a building I need to configure high availability in between two fiber devices. Do you think it is required fiber connection in between fiber device? I can go with the gigabit Ethernet or fast Ethernet. It's just an interface.
okay. So it's not like mandatory. What I mean to say, like regarding like
Go ahead.
scenarios, I'm saying that
It's
yeah.
requirement gigabit Ethernet and it doesn't matter. So
Hmm.
it doesn't
Okay.
matter. Okay, which interface you are Ethernet, fast Ethernet, gigabit doesn't matter. It's just an interface.
No, the thing that regarding what my means like scenario means, like if you have the heavy traffic, like in banking scenarios like that. So is it like does it require anything
Definitely,
like
it's depend requirement. If you have a big series of our device, high end appliance, then you can get a gigabit Ethernet interface. You will get a gigabit Ethernet interface. So here,
okay,
for example,
okay, got it.
you have Fortinet 5000 series or 6000 series. You can get gigabit Ethernet interfaces only. So you can use any interface as a high availability link. Any interface. For example, you have gigabit Ethernet, you can just connect your cable. But in Palo Alto, we have a separate dedicated port for HA1 for HA2.
Yeah, there is a question means like for that we have the earlier we had used to have the fiber means like 40 gig of fiber.
It's
So it's like
again, I'm telling you, it's up to you. It's up to your scenario. If you have high, for example, if you have low end firewall device, so you have only fast Ethernet interfaces. Do you think is it possible to connect fiber connection? Sohail, can you hear me, Sohail? Abdul, Ajit, सबको
Yes, so
everyone can hear me?
yes, so
Yes, sir, we can
FortiGate
hear you.
doesn't have any separate port for HA
No,
connect.
no. In Palo Alto, you can get a dedicated link, HA1, HA port. But in Fortinet, you can use your data interface, Ajit, as a high.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's start our discussion. Yes, Veera, any question, dear?
Yes, sir, I have one question.
Yes.
Are we not covering SD-WAN concept?
SD-WAN. Yes,
SD,
you can
yes,
learn
sir, yes.
SD-WAN. SD-WAN you can learn, but this is the sequence. Right now you are learning how to work with FortiGate firewall device. Okay.
Okay, okay.
This is NSC4 training. After that, you can go for FortiManager plus FortiAnalyzer. This is called NSC5 training. After that, you can go with Enterprise Firewall and you can go with Fortinet SD-WAN. This training is related with what? NSC7. Veera, this is the sequence.
Okay, sir.
This
Okay.
is the sequence. So
Yes.
first, you can focus on how to work with FortiGate firewall device. Okay, let's
Okay,
start
okay,
our
sir,
discussion,
understood.
everyone. Let's start our discussion with basic firewall box. Abdul, Ajit, Suhail, Raheel, Veera. What do you think about firewall box, everyone? I'm not discussing Fortinet first. I'm talking about basic firewall term. What do you think about firewall, everyone?
Firewall is a security appliance and which can control the traffic filtering.
Firewall is a filtering device.
Filtering device, yes. Okay. We can filter our traffic, right? We can
Yes.
filter our traffic based on L3, L4 information. Veera, what do you think about firewall? Veera,
Uh,
Veera, can you hear me?
yes, sir, I can hear you.
What do you
Yes,
think
same answer, sir.
about firewall?
Yeah, same answer, sir. A filtered device.
We can filter our network, right?
Yes, sir, yes.
Everyone, firewall is just like a router. Remember always. Firewall is just like a router. Just like a router. For example, in router, you can configure routing, no problem. You can configure in firewall device. In router, you can configure NAT, no problem. You can configure in firewall device. In router, you can configure VPN. Yes, you can configure in firewall device. So firewall is just like a router. But yes, in firewall, we have some advanced feature which router cannot provide you. So firewall is what? Firewall is a system, you can say, or group of system, you can say, that can manage access between network. Between network means what? We are familiar with LAN network, WAN network, and DMZ network. What is firewall device? Firewall is a system or group of system that can manage access between network, LAN network, WAN network, DMZ. What is LAN network? So we are familiar with this concept. LAN is what? Your private network portion is called what? LAN portion, private network. What is WAN network? Your ISP side network, or you can say your public network is what? WAN side portion. What is DMZ network? Ajit, can you help me? What is DMZ? Any idea?
So demilitarization zone. This
What is the use of this DMZ zone? DMZ network?
okay.
Any idea?
Yeah.
So Raheel, can you hear me? Raheel. So hey, please wait. Raheel, can you hear me? Veera,
Hello, sir.
do you have any
Yeah,
idea about
I
DMZ?
can hear you.
Do you have any idea about DMZ
Sir.
network?
I mean, whatever device connected with DMZ, the device, it will
Here we
give
can
full access
put
for
our
you.
devices. Here we can put our servers, and these servers are publicly
Yeah.
allowed for outside user. So hey,
Okay.
So any idea
Yes,
about
Mr. Jetu. Yeah, and
DMZ network?
yeah, like this external facing services means we can allow for the users to connect means from
Okay.
outside.
Yes. Let's talk about DMZ network. Okay, wait. Let me give you the idea. For example, we are familiar with LAN and WAN network. So what I'm doing, I have a firewall device. I have a firewall device, and this portion is my LAN side network. LAN side network. Into this LAN side network, yes, I have multiple servers. I'm putting all my devices. For example, this is your company web server. This is your company FTP server, DNS server, SMTP server. So I'm putting all my server, all my devices in LAN side network, for example. Okay, these are what LAN computers. And yes, we have some company confidential servers here. Okay, 2 or 3 company confidential server here. Now this side we are using as a public side network. You can say ISP side network, or you can say WAN side network. Now into this design, I want to allow some traffic from outside. Okay, for example, here we have a machine and I want to allow this machine to access web server. So here we have a firewall device. So in firewall, to allow our traffic, we can configure policy. We can configure policy. For example, if we are talking about Fortinet, so we can create firewall policy. In Cisco ASA, we can configure ACL concept. So we need to configure policy. In policy, what information I can add? I can add L3 information and L4 information. What is L3? Source IP, destination IP. L4, service and protocol. So in policy, I can add source IP, destination IP, service and protocol. Then we can take action. So as per your policy, my point is, as per your policy, yes, this outside machine can come to this network, can only communicate with this web server, can only use particular service, no problem. But the point is, traffic is coming, traffic is initiated, traffic is coming from untrusted network. This ISP is what? Untrusted network. Traffic is initiated from untrusted network. So it may be possible this traffic is trying to compromise other devices, try to compromise. Yes or no, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, there are chances.
So this traffic is initiated from untrusted. It may be possible. It may be possible this traffic is trying to compromise your other devices. So that's why what we can do, we can put these servers, in a separate network. I'm not putting these servers in a LAN side network. No. What I'm doing, I'm creating a separate network. This network is called DMZ. It's just a name, everyone. DMZ is just a name. You can use my name, your name, no problem. It's just a name. So I will create a separate network. It's called DMZ network. This is a switch. And I'm putting all my servers here, all my servers into this DMZ side network, all my servers. These servers are publicly allowed. These servers are publicly allowed for outside user. So I'm putting all these servers in a separate network. Now this time traffic is coming from outside. Traffic will hit on this public facing interface. And as per your configuration, your firewall will redirect this traffic on DMZ side network. Now your LAN network is secure now. So what is the use of DMZ network? In DMZ network, we can put our servers, and these servers are publicly allow for outside user. I hope DMZ concept is clear. Veera?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's talk about one more concept, one more common feature for any firewall device is called stateful firewall inspection. Stateful firewall inspection. This is a common concept for any firewall device. Stateful firewall inspection. So for this topic, yes, I'm using You can use any firewall device. I'm using Cisco ASA right now to discuss a stateful firewall concept. Cisco ASA. This Cisco ASA is connected with LAN side portion, LAN side network. In LAN side network, we have some computer, and this side we are using as a ISP side, or you can say outside network. On outside, we have a server, for example, 8.8.8.8. And inside machine IP is 192.168.10.10. Now, this is Cisco ASA firewall box, everyone. Cisco ASA firewall box will work with the concept is called security level. Security level. In Cisco ASA firewall device, if you go on any interface, for example, this is fast Ethernet 0/0. If you go on this interface and type this predefined keyword, INSIDE. If you type this predefined keyword, inside keyword on any interface, for example, I'm using this inside keyword on this interface. So this interface will get a security level 100. Security level 100. Now this interface is a public facing interface. So here I'm using any other keyword, not inside. For example, outside keyword. So automatically this interface will get a security level 0. So security level range is in between 0 to 100. Why we are creating this design? Because our topic is stateful firewall discussion. What is stateful firewall? So now I'm trying to initiate my traffic. This inside machine is trying to communicate with this outside 8.8.8. And in Cisco ASA firewall device, by default traffic is allowed from higher security level to lower security level. No need to configure any policy, everyone. No need to configure any policy. By default, traffic is allowed from higher security level to lower security level. So if inside machine is trying to communicate with this 8.8.8, traffic will go and hit on firewall device. Firewall will check. Traffic is initiated from higher security level and trying to go on lower security level. So as per default configuration, traffic is by default allowed from higher security level to lower security level. So traffic is traveling, no problem. Traffic is traveling. And when traffic is traveling through the firewall box, then firewall will maintain the state of connection in connection table. When traffic is traveling through the appliance, then firewall will maintain the state of connection in a table. This table is called what? State table. You can say state table, you can say session table, you can say connection table. And what it maintains? It maintains source IP. In a state table, it maintains source IP, source port number, destination IP, destination port number, source IP. Source IP is one as per our task. Source IP is what? 192.168.10.10. What is source port number? Any random port number, for example, 52,000. Destination IP, trying to communicate with 8.8.8. Destination port number, for example, 443. It's trying to access port number 443. So traffic is traveling through the firewall device. And when traffic is traveling through the box, firewall will maintain the state of connection in state table. Now, what about reply packet? And see, everyone, this state table information you can verify in any firewall device. ASA, FTD, Checkpoint, Fortinet, Palo Alto, all the devices are what? These are called stateful firewall device. So all the firewall will maintain state table information. You can verify. In Fortinet, you can verify your session table information. I will show you. Now, what about reply packet? When 8.8.8 will give the reply packet, will hit this reply packet on fast Ethernet 0/1. When reply packet will hit on this interface, everyone, this interface security level is what? 0. Now, traffic is trying to travel from lower security level to higher security level. I told you, traffic is allowed from higher security level to lower security level. But if traffic is traveling from lower to higher, everything denied. If traffic is traveling from Lower to higher, everything deny. Now when traffic will hit, wait, when traffic will hit on this interface, so when traffic will hit on firewall, any interface, everyone, any interface, firewall will check this traffic information in a state table. Is there any entry available in a state table for this traffic? So firewall can verify 8.8.8. Yes, we have some information. And this 8.8.8 is trying to communicate with 192.168.10.10. Yes, we have information. So firewall can verify we have information in state table. It means this traffic was initiated from inside network. It is not a new traffic, everyone. Based on session table or state table, firewall can verify this traffic was initiated from inside network. It is not a new traffic. It is just a reply packet. Then firewall will allow this traffic. This concept is called stateful firewall inspection concept. Clear my point, everyone? Abdul, Ajit, Sohail, Raheel.
Yeah. Yes.
It's a common concept, everyone, for any firewall device.
So
So
one
what is
question regarding,
yes, Sohail?
yeah. So as we discussed now further regarding stateful inspection, so return traffic you're saying that doesn't require any policy. Means like since it is like the traffic initiated, the same traffic will be giving the reply packet means like it's okay. It's like doesn't require any policy for the same from the higher level to lower level.
How firewall can say it's a reply packet? Sohail,
Based on the session table, right?
because of state table, yes.
Session table. Yeah.
Yes. If entry is available,
So
means it is not a new traffic. It means traffic was initiated from inside network. And this is just a reply packet.
yeah.
Clear now this point?
Yeah, means like this is like ASA is old topic, right? So during the days also means what I mean to
It
say.
is not a ASA
So
topic. I told you, this is a common feature for any firewall device. I'm taking ASA as an example. If you are using
okay, but
40,
only for Cisco only having that this means like this terminology, right? Inside outside, but other devices like Palo Alto doesn't have that this means like since it
see,
started
see,
like next generation.
I'm not talking about inside or security level concept. I'm talking about stateful firewall concept, Sohail. Okay. Security level,
Okay.
yes, it is related with Cisco ASA firewall box. Yes. Security
Okay.
level concept it is related with Cisco ASA, but my focus is not on security level. Okay. My focus is on what?
Stateful
Firewall.
inspection, stateful inspection.
Clear now? Like you are familiar with Cisco FTD. Cisco FTD is what? It is work with the security level.
No, it doesn't work. It work.
The JBA firewall device.
Yes.
Zone based
Zone
firewall.
based firewall.
Integrated zone.
Yes.
Okay. Clear? This Sohail, Abdul,
Yeah, clear.
Sahil, Veera, everyone. Everyone clear now?
Yes.
Let's take a break for 5 minutes, everyone. Okay, let's take a break that we can continue. Okay, please turn off your mic, everyone.
Yeah.
It's a 9:41. We will continue at 9:46 after 5 minutes. Please turn off your mic. Everyone, can you hear me? Abdul, Ajit, Sohail, Rahil, Veera.
Yes.
Everyone, let's control
Yes, sir.
it now. Okay. Now we have one more common concept, one more common feature for any firewall device. Any firewall device is called firewall mode. Everyone, can you hear me?
Yes, Majid, I can hear you.
Abdul, Rahil, Ajit, Veera. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir. Yes, sir.
our firewall device in two mode. Okay, we can use our firewall device as a L3 firewall box, or you can say NAT mode firewall. We have another option. We can use our firewall device as a layer 2 firewall box, or you can say transparent firewall device. You can say transparent firewall device. So in case if I have a firewall device, okay, and this firewall device I'm using as a layer 3, for example, as a layer 3. So these interfaces are called L3 interfaces, everyone. It means we can configure IP address on these interfaces. IP address on these interfaces. We can configure routing into this box. NAT, yes. VPN, yes. And it's a next generation firewall, so we can utilize next generation firewall feature. But in case if you are using this complete box, this complete appliance as a layer 2 firewall box or as a transparent firewall device, so these interfaces are called L2 interfaces. Ajit, okay, it's not a switch port. No, it's not a switch port. It's an L2 interface. It means we cannot configure IP address on these interfaces. We cannot configure IP address on these interfaces. We cannot configure routing into this box. NAT, no. VPN, no, no. But it's a firewall. It's a next generation firewall device, so we can utilize next generation firewall feature. We can utilize next generation firewall feature. So the point is, in which scenario we can use our complete box as a layer 2 firewall? In which scenario? Because you can see, guys, if I'm using my box as a layer 3, so here, if I'm using this box as a layer 3, I have a great feature, right? I can configure IP address on interfaces. I can configure routing on firewall device, NAT, VPN. I can utilize next generation firewall feature. But in case if I'm using this complete box as a layer 2, I have limitation. Clear my point, everyone? Abdul, I have limitation. I have limitation with this box. I cannot configure IP address on any interfaces. I cannot configure routing, NAT, VPN. No. What is the scenario to use this complete box as a layer 2 firewall box? Let's talk about scenario. So I'm a network administrator. Okay, I'm working in an existing routing switching topology, for example. Okay, I have a router device. This router is connected with a LAN switch. Okay, so I'm working in an existing routing switching topology, and into this design, everything is working fine. Everything is working fine. Okay, this inside machine traffic will hit on switch. Switch is forwarding traffic to the router, and based on routing table, router is forwarding traffic to the outside. Everything is working fine. Now, as a network administrator, now you want to deploy a firewall box here. Now you want to filter your traffic. You want to deploy a firewall box into this design. So in case if I'm using my box, if I'm trying to deploy my box here, my device here, and this box I'm using as a layer 3 firewall box, in case, if I'm using this box as a layer 3 firewall box, so these interfaces, everyone, these interfaces are called L3 interfaces. It's just like a router interface. Router interface, each interface will participate in different subnet. Before deploy a firewall device, yes, we have LAN portion. This portion is what? LAN network, LAN subnet. This portion is what? WAN subnet. So now, if I'm trying to deploy a firewall box here, and this box I'm using as a layer 3, So these interfaces are L3 interfaces. We need to use different subnet of IP, just like a router interface. Each interface will participate in different subnets. So I need to change my existing IP address scheme. Now my single subnet or network, a single subnet is divided into two portions, different subnet and different subnet. Different subnet. If you want to deploy your firewall box as a layer 3 firewall box, no problem. No problem. You can deploy, you can change your existing IP address scheme. Yes, you can do this. You can deploy your firewall box as a layer 3. But in case I don't want to change anything into this existing design, into this existing network, I don't want to change any IP address scheme, and I want to deploy a complete next generation firewall device into this live network. I don't want to change anything, but I want to deploy a complete next generation firewall device. Then I can go with layer 2 firewall. If I'm using this box as a layer 2 firewall box, so these interfaces are called what? L2 interfaces. So no need to configure IP address on these interfaces. So again, we have a same subnet of IP. And yes, we can give a name for this interface. For example, this is LAN. This is what? WAN interface. It's a firewall device. So to allow your traffic from one interface to another interface, yes, you can configure policy here. It's a complete next generation firewall device. So you can utilize next generation firewall feature. But we have limitation. This is layer 2 firewall. We have limitation. We cannot configure routing. We cannot configure NAT, VPN. No. So clear this point. Veera, clear this point. Layer 2 firewall, where we can deploy a layer 2 firewall. For example, I'm working in a existing data center network, everyone. I'm working in a complex data center network. Okay, it's already configured. Now I want to deploy, or my team want to deploy 20 firewall device in existing data center network now. If I'm using these firewall devices as a layer 3, then I need to change existing IP address scheme in our data center network. And it's a complex network, so I don't want to change anything. That's why we can use our complete box as a layer 2 firewall. No need to change any IP address scheme. No need to change anything in your live network, and you can deploy your complete firewall box as a layer 2 firewall box. Clear my point? Abdul, Ajit, Sohail, Raheel, Veera.
Yes.
Everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's talk about FORTINET. Okay, wait. Now let's focus on FORTINET now. Okay, let's talk about FORTINET certification first. So in FORTINET, we have certification program, and this is called NSC certification program, Network Security Expert. Like if you go in Cisco, so we have CCNA certification, CCNP certification. If you go with the Palo Alto, we have PCNSA and PCNSE certification. If you go with the checkpoint, CCSA or CCSE, I'm certified in all. So in FORTINET, we have certification. We have certification is called Network Security Expert Program, and we have 8 level of certification. NSC 1. We have 8 level of certification. We have NSC 1 to NSC 8. These are certification NSC 1 to NSC 8. NSC1, NSC2, NSC3. These are free certification. Any idea about this? These are free certification. Any idea about this concept? NSC1, 2, 3, these are free certification. Any idea?
Yes, yes, I know it.
You can just everyone, you can just go to training.fortinet.com. You can create your account, you can watch some video, you can attempt some question. It will take hardly 1 to 2 hours to pass NSC1, 2, and 3 certification. Now, this is our training, NSC4. This is our training, how to work with FortiGate firewall device. And after NSC4, yes, you can plan for some high-end devices. You can plan for other Fortinet products like FortiManager and FortiAnalyzer. This is called NSC5. You can go with NSC7, Enterprise Firewall, or Fortinet SD-WAN. Now in Fortinet, we have a different kind of certification now. Okay, we have FCA certification, we have FCP certification, we have FCSS certification, just like a Cisco, Palo, Alto, and Checkpoint. We have these type of certification. What is FCA? This is what Fortinet Certified Administrator. This training is related with FCA. FCA, if you pass your NSC4 Fortinet Firewall examination, you can become FCA. For FCP, you need to pass two examination. You need to pass two examination. The first one is what? NSC4 FortiGate Firewall examination. FortiGate Firewall examination, and one is FortiManager examination. So if you pass two examination, you can become FCP, Fortinet Certified Professional. For FCSS, yes, you need to pass two examination. The first one is what? Enterprise Firewall, and second exam is what? Fortinet SD-WAN implementation. So these are Fortinet certification. Now, let's talk about firewall feature need to review. Firewall.
Mr. Jitu, regarding one question, so how JN Tech means, will provide the training for all sessions? It's like, do we have all the training for this one? It's
I'm
like,
certified from NSC1 to NSC8. Okay. NSC8
okay,
examination. So I'm taking all the batches to it. After FortiGate Firewall, you can plan for FortiManager. Okay.
fine. So regarding means like,
Once you complete your FortiGate Firewall training, yes, you can plan for FortiManager, FortiAnalyzer, Enterprise Firewall, Fortinet SD-WAN.
regarding labs, I'm saying that means like, how
I'm
can we manage?
providing all the information. Yes, I will provide you all the labs. Yes. For FortiManager, FortiAnalyzer, SD-WAN implementation. Yes, we have proper lab setup. So yeah.
So like, do we have like simulation or what? Means like, how can we?
Yes, simulation software, EVNG software. I have
Is
all.
it?
You can do
We
all
can
your.
do all the labs. We can do it.
Yes, you can do all your practice. Don't worry about it.
Okay. No issue.
Okay. Now let's talk about this point, everyone. Fortinet firewall feature need to review. So I'm not talking about Fortinet. No, I'm not talking about Fortinet. I'm talking about any firewall. I'm a network administrator and I want to buy a firewall device for my organization. So before buy a firewall device for your organization, you need to review some feature. You need to review some feature before buy a firewall box for your organization. The first feature, you need to know the architecture of each firewall device. Architecture of each firewall device. For example, Checkpoint. Checkpoint is a software-based firewall. In Checkpoint, we have Gaia operating system. You can download this operating system from Checkpoint website, everyone. You can install this operating system in your laptop, in your desktop machine. You can use your laptop or desktop as a complete firewall device. Yes, you can do this. This is Checkpoint architecture. So before buy a firewall device, you need to know the architecture of each vendor. You can prefer a software firewall that you can install on a new or existing PC, or you can go with the dedicated appliance. Yes, in FortiGate, we have dedicated appliance. Number of session, yes, number of session you need to review before buy a firewall device, because in case if you are working in a big network, If you are working a big network and you are looking for entry-level firewall device, let me show you. For example, these are some example for firewall series in FortiGate. Entry-level appliances, we have FortiGate 30 to 90 series of the firewall device. These are entry-level model. We have mid-range model, FortiGate 900 to 900. High-end appliance, 1000, 3000, 6000. We have changes-based management. My point is, if I'm looking for a firewall device, I need to review session information also. Number of session. Why? Because if I'm working in a big network, I cannot go with entry-level firewall because entry-level firewall device will support limited number of session. Okay, that's why you need to go with the Fortinet website. That's why you need to do some research. Okay, this is Palo. That's why you need to do some research. Okay, you can check FortiGate firewall data sheet before buy a firewall device, everyone. In data sheet, in product data sheet, you can get all the information about device like a firewall series you can get here. So as a firewall administrator, you need to do some research first before select a firewall device. For example, you can see here we have FortiGate 30G, 40F, FortiGate 60F, 70F. You can see, for example, if I'm using FortiGate 60F, this will provide you what? Firewall throughput. This will provide you sessions. This firewall can support 7 lakh sessions only. You can create maximum policy 2000 firewall policy. So before buy a firewall device, you need to review some feature, and this is the one feature, number of session. So I cannot go with entry level firewall device. The next feature is what? VPN, virtual private network. In my network, they are using site-to-site VPN connectivity. They are using remote access VPN connectivity. So can I configure? Can I configure this option into this firewall device? Integration. If I want to integrate my firewall device with any remote authentication server or with any server, is it possible? For example, I have Exchange mail server, I have SharePoint collaboration server, I have some remote authentication server. Can I do integration? You need to review this feature, everyone. Management. If I'm trying to access this firewall device through CLI command, through graphical page, is it possible? If I want to manage firewall device through SSH, Telnet, SNMP, can I configure? And in case, if I have multiple firewall devices and I'm looking for centralized management, is it possible? For example, okay, is it possible? Because if you go with the Palo Alto firewall device scenario, Palo Alto firewall device, to manage multiple Palo Alto firewall device, we can go with the concept is called Panorama. Panorama is a device to manage multiple firewall devices, multiple Palo Alto firewall device from a centralized location. If you go with the Cisco FTD, so to manage multiple Cisco next generation firewall device from a centralized location, yes, we have a technology is called FMC, Firepower Management Center. If you go with the checkpoint scenario, yes, to manage multiple checkpoint gateway device, yes, we need checkpoint management appliance, a separate checkpoint management appliance, or you can say SMS server. So like other vendor, yes, we are talking about FortiGates. Like other vendor in FortiGate, we have an option. If you want to manage multiple FortiGate firewall device from a centralized location, then yes, you can go with FortiManager. So FortiGate is giving you option like other vendor. Yes, you can manage multiple firewall device from a centralized location. In case, if I'm looking for high availability, in my network, I want to configure high availability. Is it possible to configure high availability? So these are some basic features you need to review before buy a firewall device. Now, if you talk about Fortinet history, so Fortinet was founded in 2000 by two brothers, Ken and Michael. The company first product was firewall device, but now we have a lots of products in Fortinet. See, FortiGate firewall, Forti Wi-Fi, Forti app, AP, Forti analyzer, Forti manager, Forti switch, Forti camera, Forti authenticator, Forti token. We have a lots of Fortinet products. Clear my point, Abdul?
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about first default configuration, factory default configuration. Factory default configuration means what? If I have a firewall device, if I have a high-end appliance, for example, if I have a high-end appliance, so in high-end appliance, I can get a dedicated management port. I have a dedicated management port. Yes, we have a data interfaces, no problem. These are data interfaces, but we can get a dedicated management port. Management port. What I can do, I can connect my management PC with this management port. By default, we have this IP address on management port by default. Same series of IP you can configure on this machine. By default, these protocols or services are enabled on management interface. So you can verify your connectivity. You can access your firewall device with graphical page. You can access through CLI option. In case if you are working with any entry-level firewall device, entry-level firewall box, for example, you have FortiGate 40F, 60D, 90E model. So in entry-level firewall device, you have only data interfaces. You have only data interfaces. For example, this is port number 1, port number 2, port number 3, port number 4, port number 5. You have only data interfaces. So port number 1 into this design, port number 1 you can use as a management port. You can use any interface as a management, no problem. But you can use port number 1 as a management. Why? Because by default on port number 1, these services are enabled only on port number 1. You can take a console for this device. You can access IP address on port number 1. Same IP you can configure on management PC and you can access. Default username is admin and password is nothing. Password is nothing. Let me show you. Wait. Okay, so I have a simple design. Okay, I have a one firewall device, for example. Wait. For basic configuration, I'm using simple design. I have one firewall box. One firewall device and one management PC. One management PC. So this Windows server I'm using as a management PC. You can connect your cable with port number 1. Port number 1. Port number 1 I'm using as a management port. You can right click, start. Right click on Windows server. You can start. This is console page, everyone. Please wait. This will take time. Please wait. This will take time. So let's verify IP address on server machine. This server machine I'm using as a management PC. Everyone, can you hear me? Let's configure IP address on this management PC. I have a simple topology, one firewall, one management PC. So IP address we can configure on this management PC, and I'm using 199 series of IP for management port. Everyone, can you hear me? Abdul, Ajiz, Sohail, Rahil, Veera.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Console page, everyone. This is FortiGate firewall console page. So you can try to log in. Username is admin and password is nothing. You can press enter. Okay, wait. I think I was using another batch. Give me 2 minutes. Want to go with default factory reset configuration, so you can use execute factory reset command. You can use this command for factory reset configuration. It's taking time, so we can verify IP address configuration on this management machine.
So what kind of RAM should be required in order to install this, like this kind of
8 to 16
FortiGate images?
8 to 16 GB RAM is required to set up this in this EVNG software. You can do all your practicals so
Okay.
with 16 GB RAM.
Okay.
Now, this is what everyone, this is console page. Console page, username, admin, password is nothing. You can press enter. Now you can set your password. Password 123, 123. Now config system interface command. Okay, wait, before configure IP address. Now you can type question mark. If you type question mark here, you can get all the options. So these options are available: config, get, show, diagnose, execute, alias, and exist. Multiple options are available. Let's start our discussion with show command. So I'm using show system interface command. I want to verify IP address configuration or interfaces. So system interface command I can use. And yes, we have 4 data interfaces: port number 1, port number 2, port number 3, and port number 4. We have 4 data interfaces. On port number 1, by default, DSCP service is enabled. By default, DSCP service is enabled. So if you connect this port number 1 with any DSCP server, this interface can get a IP address automatically. So DSCP is enabled by default. I told you by default on port number 1, these services are enabled by default. But if you verify with port number 2, services are not enabled. Port number 3, services are not enabled. So only on port number 1, these services are enabled. That's why port number 1, we are using as a management port. Let's try to configure IP address on this interface. And to configure anything in FortiGate firewall box, you can use a command config command. Config command you can use to configure anything. Right now I'm trying to configure IP address on interface. So config system interface command. Now I'm in interface. I want to edit port number 1. So command is edit port number 1. I want to configure IP address statically into this design. So set mode static command you can use. Now set IP. So as per our design, 199.199.199 network. So .1 I'm using /24. Set allows HTTP, HTTPS. You can type question mark to verify all services information. So you can add these services with set allows command. Set allows HTTP, HTTPS, ping, and SSH. You can press enter. And once you configure everything, then now you can type here end command. To save your configuration, to live your configuration, you can type end command, everyone. Like in Cisco, we have WR. In Palo Alto, we have a commit command. In Juniper, we have a commit command. Okay, in Checkpoint, we have save config. In FortiGate, we have an end command to save our configuration, to live our configuration. You can press enter. Now you can verify, show system interface. So yes, we have IP address on port number 199.199.199.1. You can verify your connectivity from this machine. You can verify your connectivity with 199.199.199.1, and I'm getting reply. From this management PC. I can verify my connectivity with this firewall interface IP. Yes, I have a reachability. If I have a reachability, so I can open any browser. For example, I'm using Google Chrome. IP address 199.199.199. This is your graphical page, everyone. Username admin, password 123. This is our CLI console, and this is our graphical page. Abdul, Ajiz, Sohail, Rahil, Veera. Let's continue this topic, everyone, tomorrow, same time. Okay?
Okay.
I will share this recording in 15 minutes, everyone. Bye, guys. Take care. Good night, everyone.
Right.
Bye.
Okay, bye.